Our research came out of early work that we did where we brought teens to the University of Connecticut and they worked on conservation science all within a geospatial framework. But we partnered them with adult partners in their own community and they worked on conservation projects. After a few years of this project, we started watching these really interesting intergenerational partnerships that were happening, and that led to our current study. We now bring students from across Connecticut, across the socioeconomic spectrum, to work on conservation science, all within a geospatial framework, working on individual projects. And initially, we were hoping to get 25% of those students that would actually do both the field workshop and their conservation project, and then come back to the University of Connecticut to an annual conference and present their work. What we found was now we have over 90% of these students that complete the whole program. To date, over 180 conservation projects have been done by these students.
We're really interested in trying to understand how the interactions that teens and adults in our projects might have and how those might influence how they think about themselves, especially in the extent to which they might be able to contribute to successful conservation pursuits, how those things might shift over time, especially in relation to the group level interactions that they have, that occurs between teens and adults. And in the end, we want to use what we're learning to try to propose some design principles that others could pick up and use as they try to support intergenerational learners.
From our survey instruments, we found adults and teens enter our program with similar STEM identity profiles, both stronger in science than technology. Science and technology competence significantly increased after the workshop. Qualitative data is from the observations in the field, and interviews is still being collected and analyzed to take a deeper dive into what intergenerational learning looks like and how it may affect the development and maintenance of STEM identities. CTP benefits our participants, their communities, and the environment. Participants benefit from developing competence in conservation science and geospatial technologies, developing relationships that center around environmental concerns, and possibly strengthening their STEM identity. Adult participants have the opportunity to mentor the next generation of environmental stewards, and communities benefit from the completion of conservation projects. Participant STEM identity is assessed after the workshop and year-long projects, and with qualitative inquiries throughout. The impact on the communities and the environment can be seen in the number of participants and groups involved, the number of completed conservation projects, and their benefit to the environment.